I love you. In a partnership where I'm doing the work and I appreciate what you've just said, it's pre-paving and getting yourself into the grid. But in a partnership where I'm with my partner and he's the, I suppose, the chief breadwinner, and we're trying to achieve, financial stability and achieve goals and work together. And I'm trying to stay in my vortex and be in that spot where he isn't. And could you just give
you must find a way of perceiving him in a way that you can stay in your vortex regardless.
And then he will change accordingly. It is your job. He will pick up on that, and perhaps
whether he does or not, it doesn't matter.
No.
What he does or what he doesn't do isn't any of your business. You have to find a way of perceiving him in a way that makes you stay in alignment with your desire for prosperity. And when you practice that, if he's off on some rant that doesn't mesh with that, you'll zig while he zags, and it won't be there for you to see in time. So the question is, can I affect the point of attraction of someone else? And we say, yes, but as long as your attention is upon someone else's point of attraction, you're not dealing with your point of attraction. And you can't deal with someone else's point of attraction until you've dealt with your own. So you have to see your financial situation as you want it to be. Well, Abraham, it's easier said than done. It's easy for me to see it, but there's someone else out there sort of stirring it up in a negative way. You mean I should just ignore that? And we say, law of attraction will help you ignore it, or law of attraction will help you stick your nose right in it. It depends on the grid that you're creating. You see, this is a really busy, very hardworking world that you all live in. When you are trying to move all of these moving parts into the perfect positions in order to get what you want, because you're not utilizing the leverage from the energy that creates worlds. You're not using the energy that law of attraction provides for you. You're flowing your energy all over the place and then trying to clean it up with action or with words or with understanding. It's so typical. I need to get to the bottom of this. And we say, there is no bottom. You're not ever going to get to the bottom of it, you see. So when you decide that this is a vibrational universe and that you are a vibrational being, and you decide that you do have the ability to align with prosperity, that you do have the ability to anticipate it and expect it, and that you can practice the thoughts of it regardless of what's being shown to you. Esther had such an interesting experience the other day. We're going to take a minute and tell you, because it was so big for her that we think that it will benefit you as well. So when you think about something like this wonderful topic that you've presented here, where you believe that you are feeling one way about a subject, and you believe that your partner is not feeling the same way, and further, you believe that what he feels is affecting your co-creating, feels like you don't have the power to create around what he's doing. And that's only because you keep noticing what he's doing. But nevertheless, we understand why it feels harder when there is something out there. It feels like you can't control the economy, and it feels like you can't control the way people respond to his business, and it feels like you can't control the way he responds to his day, and so forth. It feels like there are a lot of moving parts. So the other day, Esther had a very simple request that she was making of two wonderful men who live on her property in San Antonio, who keep the leaves cleared out of her pool and the leaves dusted up from the porch and keep things looking good for her. And she really doesn't care about what it looks like when she's not there, but when she is there, she would like the leaves not in the pool. And so she said to someone who was talking to them, please ask them if they could come at 7:30 every morning. And while I'm getting ready, they can take care of that. Then I can open all of my curtains and I can enjoy the beauty of my very clean space, because I'm going to be sitting here editing all day, and that's right where I'm going to be looking. And if it was all nice and tidy, I would really, really like it. And so the person that she asked to tell them went off to tell them. And so now it is 7:30 in the morning and they don't come. And then it is 8:30 and they don't come. And now Esther is on the telephone, and now they come with the leaf blowers and so forth. And Esther thought that was a really simple request. It could not have been a simpler request. They're right there. They live there. They have brooms and blowers. They all operate on the same time. Esther pays them really well. She knows that they adore her. She believes they would take a bullet for her. Why will they not come and clean up my leaves? So she asked the friend, what do you think could have possibly gone wrong? I don't know. I said it very clearly. No worries, Esther says, but tomorrow, if you could ask them if they could be there at 7:30, I would really, more words and volume, really like it. So the next morning, Esther is so excited. She wakes up at 6:30. She gets all ready. She's watching and watching and watching. They do not come. They don't come. She can hear the leaf blower off on the other part of the property, far away from where she is. And so Esther asks them to come. And she says to them, I've requested that you come at 7:30 in the morning. It will just make my day so much better. Why do you not come? And they say, we don't want to bother you. And Esther said, so let me tell you the translation of that. Please come at 7:30 and clean the leaves from my pool. No, we don't want to bother you. Please come at 7:30 and clean the leaves from my pool. No, we don't want to bother you. Now, this may seem absurd to you. You may think that there is a communication problem with words. There is not. You may think that they do not speak the language. They do. You may think they are in a different time zone. They are not. So, what is the answer to this? The answer is that they can't buck Esther's current. This is the universe saying to Esther, don't run your life through requests and schedules. Don't run your life. Now, we know it sounds bizarre, but to Esther, it was a magnificent understanding because she sees those things out there in those big pictures. She's thinking about world peace. She likes the solutions to the immigration problem. She likes the gay rights thing that is shifting around. Esther likes these world movements that are taking place. She likes those big issues, and she knows that there are a lot of moving parts out there. And she wants to understand that whether it's big out there like a castle or whether it's right under her nose like a button, the laws of the universe are all responding to her in exactly the same way. Are you following? To Esther, she understands that she's got something that she wants to do vibrationally. There's something stuck in her vibrational craw that is keeping even the most obvious things from happening. And isn't it nice when someone refuses to do what you ask them to do because they're responding to the vibration that is so real? Don't you like that? Don't you love it when your husband behaves exactly the way you expect him to behave, not the way he's supposed to? Don't you love it when your employer treats you just exactly the way you expect to be treated, not the way you deserve, but the way you expect to be treated? Don't you love this law of attraction that is so completely consistent? What's stuck in Esther's vibrational craw? She's been beating the drum of it quite a bit lately. If I really want it to be the way I really want it to be, then I just as well do it myself. I just as well do it myself. Because if I do it myself, it will be the way I want it to be. In other words, she's got a little martyrdom going on there, you see. And the universe is saying, you want to be a martyr? These people who ordinarily would do exactly what you're saying cannot buck your current. And it's compounded by the fact that Esther, like you, wants more than life itself to understand this, you see. Tend to your vibration first. Be someone that offers the vibration the way you want it to be. Go general. Make your lists of well-being. Train yourself into the frequency of expecting good things to come. And each time another comes, and it will, and another comes, and it will, and another comes, and it will, and another comes, and it will. Each time another, and another, and another comes. It's just more evidence of your alignment, more evidence of your deliberate presenting of your vibration and of the universe's accurate response to your vibration. We're going to take a segment of lunch, but we want to say to you before you go that if you will just ponder this one thing over the next days and weeks, and that is The universe is always yielding to you exactly what you are putting out vibrationally. There are no exceptions ever, 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 ever. And when you get that, then you can let everybody else off the hook. And every relationship you have will become better right away. Because what you're actually doing is taking control of something that you do have control over, which is your own grid, your own point of attraction. And you're releasing your concern for controlling the behaviors of so many others. And what you're going to discover when you begin to control the vibration of your grid and you begin to watch the universal response to it, you'll feel that invincibility that you came to live, that you came to know.